Hello everybody and welcome to another Mystery Box Function Challenge. In the purple box there is some mystery math and your challenge is to figure out what that is. You can try this out, use the link in the description, and when you think you've got an idea, come on back and see if we get the same thing. Okay, let's begin with a 0. Okay, 0 gives us 1. How about 1? And 1 gives us 0.5. How about 2? Oh, so that gives us 0.25. How about 3? 0.125. Okay, I'm seeing a relationship in those numbers. Are you seeing that? And what I'm thinking is that this is going to keep getting smaller and smaller, or closer and closer to 0, but never quite reaching it. That's my hunch. Let's see what it does on the negative side. I think this is going to be the one that reveals what this function is. Let's put in a -1. Okay, and how about a -2? Yep, and a -3, I'm going to predict an 8 because I have a good hunch about this function. So maybe you see this too, but let me explain what I'm thinking here. So when I saw 0, 1, at that point always makes me think in whatever graph it's in, could this be an exponential? Because anything to the 0 power is 1. So that's a point that appears on all of those. And then when I put in 1 and saw 0.5, I thought, okay, maybe it's not. Maybe it could be any number of things at that point. But then it went from 0.5 to 0.25 when I went to 2. So 5 squared is 25, or 0.5 squared is 0.25. And um, 0.5 to the third power would be 0.125. So I saw this exponential relationship in those numbers. And then when I put in the negative numbers, we got 2 and 4 and 8. And this is 2 to the first power, 2 to the second power, 2 to the third power. It's a little different though, right? Because when I said first power, second power, third power, these are actually negatives. And these are the positive powers, taking it into these realms where you'd think it would be the negative power. So I think what we've got is a fraction to the x power. And that fraction you can find right here at the first power, because anything to the first power is itself. So I think that this is f of x equals 1/2 to the x power. So if this is 1/2 to the x power, can we predict any other points? Well, what would happen if I put in a -4? So let's think about that. So 1/2 to the -4th power. So we're going to flip the fraction. That's what the negative sign does. And then we're going to take everything to the 4th power. So this would become 2 to the 4th over 1 to the 4th. And 1 to the 4th is just 1, so we don't need to think about that. And 2 to the 4th is 16. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So if that's right, if I put in a 4, we should, or sorry, a -4, we should get a 16. So let's put in a -4. We got a 16. And if I put in a +4, it should be 1/16. And that is the decimal for 1/16, 0.0625. So I think we've got 1/2 to the x power. I'm going to go ahead and reveal that. Yeah, there it is. So f of x equals 1/2 to the x, and we can graph that as well. And there it is, shooting up on the left because it's a fraction to an exponent, and tapering off very slowly, approaching 0 on the right. Well, how did that go for you? Did you think exponential, or did the fact that it was a fraction base throw you off? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.